Hey guys, it's Rick Wilson from the Lincoln Project, and welcome to Lunch with Lincoln. We have got some of our creative team here today. We're trying to get other folks on as we speak. It's often a challenge in this organization to figure out which set of balls is in the air and which place at one time. And by that, I mean a juggling analogy, not something else, you filthy animals. Want to welcome today, to start with, Michelle Kinney, who makes everything go, who makes all these things happen, who when we come up with some amazing idea, it is Michelle who goes, oh yeah, I can do that. And organizes everyone in the production side to make it all come together and to put out these ads that blow everybody's minds. So Michelle, good to see you as always. Also with us is Jeff Taylor, one of our rapid response editors. Jeff particularly does something that I love this week in the Republican Party, which has become this sort of ongoing catalog of the crazy shit the GOP does. Jeff, thanks for coming on.
Hi, thanks.
And finally, Kate Salkowitz, who is, and there's Ben Howe, too. We are all in it now. Ben, button a fucking button. What is this, a disco in 1978?
Yeah,
do you have an Italian horn on or something?
I'm just over here trying to make the internet love me.
Yeah, I love that. Kate Salkowitz is also in our rapid response editing group. And Kate was with us during the Park City Adventure last year for the Lincoln Project. And is responsible for a lot of our quick turn videos, and especially last year was responsible for our great video we did with Demi Lovato. Ben Howe, of course, is working right now on a Free Britney video docuseries.
Yes.
Ben and I have done work together for a long time, before the Lincoln Project and during. And he is one of the great video editors of our time, puts together some of the most compelling spots that we've done. We have other folks as well. We're trying to get some other people rounded up for this thing, but we have there's a big team underneath everything the Lincoln Project does on the video stuff, on the production and content creation stuff. And I just wanted to have them on Lunch with Lincoln today because, they are all integral parts of this team. You don't see everybody every day with the same ridiculous, level of the curse of too many Twitter followers or whatever, but these folks make the Lincoln Project happen. They make these ads and they make these messages and this video content come to life every day of the week. They are tireless in their hustle, and I'm so honored to have you guys on the team, and so honored to work for you guys in producing these things that we all get to put out to try to change the narrative and fight back against the authoritarian movement in this country. So with that, I thought what we would do today, because I know we've pulled a few of our favorite videos. So I'm going to start with you, Jeff. You had a favorite video poll that you've worked on during the LP. And which one was that?
Actually, I think Kate's first.
Oh, is Kate first? Well, okay. Kate's first among equals, I guess. So, Kate, tell us what your favorite spot was, and we'll take a look at it.
So my favorite spot is favorite for sentimental reasons. It is the spot that we did for the anniversary of the Charlottesville attack.
Yes. And
it was a rework of the ad that I made to get an internship
to get the job.
Got my job. I was like hopelessly unemployed, just graduated, pandemic, and my dad was a big Lincoln Project fan, said, you could do that. You could do what they do. And I was like, I don't know about that. And he was like, just make an ad and you could send it to them. And I did. And to this day, no one can tell me who saw it or who passed it along, but I did end up getting an internship and then a job, and here I am. And I was able to rework it for the anniversary of those attacks when they happened.
So behind the scenes here, Emily and B are working behind the scenes here on the show today. If you guys could roll that piece.
We're going to build a future of safety and opportunity for Americans of every race, color, religion, and creed. Very fine people on both sides. Very fine people. Hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. On many sides. Republicans are the party of liberty, equality, and justice for all. We are the party of Abraham Lincoln, and we are the party of law Think of what we've done. Very fine people on both sides.
Fantastic piece, just absolutely top notch. And one thing I love, you got a great sound effect in there of the bang during one of the flashbangs going off right as he's speaking. That was a good touch. Okay, so well, I don't know what the order of go is here, so I think it's Jeff next.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, let's roll your favorite here.
Do I look okay? They show me. President Trump went on a rant. Everyone was grabbing a different part of my body. There's no problem there. Okay, wait a minute. Shtick. Beautiful. People have to flush their toilet blood all over the place. What's going on over here? Please take me home to mommy. Armenians, the plague. Why? Than saving the smelt and destroying human lives. Wash your hands at all times. What the hell is going on? It doesn't clean the dishes. Wait a minute, this isn't the deal. Clean and dry. We have some stupid people. They want to save the smell. The women who they say don't like me, they actually do like me a lot. Russia bullshit. We get on. I don't want to have a tight one. I like Hispanics. I think it's dead. You ever get under a shower where no water comes in? I wouldn't vote for him. Does that make sense to you? Drip. I became president. You didn't.
Yeah, I was I was making before I got this job, I was doing I don't know why, but I was doing these Trump supercuts for some reason. I was compelled to do them, and so when this job opportunity came up, it seemed like a perfect fit because that's what I was already kind of doing.
No, man, and you have a great eye for that, like the moment of the clip, and moving that at that cadence. Yeah, and your pacing is so amazing in that. That's why I love that piece, and I love a lot of the Week in the Republican Party pieces because it's like they go fast, but you're getting the compressed lunacy put into each piece. It's fantastic.
And part sound.
The sacrifice that the rapid response department makes for their country is watching every Trump speech about 3 times.
Yeah, you guys had to watch C-SPAN last weekend.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I need to get
hours.
I need to add extra Xanax to the corporate benefits package because.
Yeah, can I get hazard pay for that?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, moving on to Ben. Ben and I have been friends and colleagues for a long time. And Ben, I don't know when we first did work together. Probably back in 12.
NAM. I think it was NAM. Yeah.
Saigon. I'm still in Saigon, and Ben's got an undo. He's out there every day. He squats in the bush eating rice. He gets stronger.
That's how we come up with those psyops things, like whispers and all that.
Oh my God.
That's there's been the conspiracy theories about you and I. We're out there doing military espionage level stuff.
I love that so much. Who's that crazy woman that does that? Millennial Millie. Who makes videos about us all, like the Lincoln Project knew that 1/6 was coming. That's because they did a video that night after it ended. I'm like, yeah, we knew. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
It goes deeper than she can possibly imagine.
Right. So. Once you open the door, man, there's no end to where the rabbit hole goes.
That's right.
Pain is coming.
And that was me sitting in my parents' kitchen on 1/6. I was watching it on TV. I was like, what do I do? Because everyone here was so in shock. There was genuinely there was no instruction. Everyone was just like, what is happening? And I don't know what to do. And I was like, I can make a video.
But we did. And that our video content off that day, folks, what you don't understand is that 1/6 was a transitional moment for the whole country. And it affected us just as much as everybody else. We were, as an organization, we're pretty shock proof, but we were not shocked for long. That transitioned quickly from anger and determination. So anyway, back to you, Benjamin Howe.
Yes, sir.
And what is your favorite video you've done so far? You pulled one, right?
I did. I pulled this one because I've always wanted to use in the Hall of the Mountain King in a piece that's showing some insanity. And so we discussed, this was back in October, we discussed the idea of just kind of showing a best of with some of the media. I threw, a lot of people were like, well, that's not Fox News when I showed like Alex Jones and people like that. But the point is that it's like an engine that feeds itself. These little offshoots. Yeah. And, but the main thing was the score for me. Like, it's just such a good score. I just couldn't wait to use it. I hope we can hear it.
I may say, you are, everything is advertised.
Are you having fun in this
You're
job?
one of the most loved and respected. I would say that also.
Your ability, your successes. The greatest president of our lifetime.
The historic president of our modern era.
What do people not understand about these a little bit different than most people?
That he loves meatloaf.
Wow, it's pretty impressive, all the things that he's done in his life.
Trump is an apex predator.
He has given up everything, as has his family.
He's the Lion King.
He hasn't done anything illegal.
Right over there is your hotel. It's a beautiful hotel.
President Trump has never misled or distorted the truth.
What does it say about the media?
I agree with you.
The teachers' unions are like Orville Faubus and George Wallace.
Destroy the child.
Not allowing our little kids to go to school.
And the president himself, it's not the same thing as what happened to George Floyd, but it's horrific.
Demons.
He was a victim of crooked cops.
We do have a rather serious issue with public defecation.
Crap. Trump is the bodyguard of Western civilization.
Not all cultures are equal.
Why are we having all these people from whole countries?
Well, our civilization is superior. What's wrong with saying that?
He didn't give it a chance.
Certainly Haitian immigrants agree with him.
Yeah, he wanted to give it a...
That's why they moved here.
So you have no idea. I have no idea.
But I feel like there is nothing any of us can say right now without being judged.
I love women, but they're extremely primitive.
Corrupt them all.
I don't even know what white nationalist means.
Semi-literate, primitive monkey.
You're an ass. I've had about enough.
You Satanists want to sacrifice the West.
We're not racist.
Everybody gets a safe space except the white man.
You're a real punk.
Demographic replacement. We're going to replace you.
You will not replace us.
Damn, serious crap.
The best
This is stupid.
is yet. There is a cleansing needed.
Come!
We're not going to lie to you. That was untrue.
For those of you watching, this is the kind of thing that actually we have a lot of fun doing this. It's hard work and people work incredibly long hours, but this is actually a fun process a lot of the time because we get to peel back the bullshit. And with that one, Ben and I both know every single one of those people in that ad. We've been around the block a long time. We were in that Republican world a long time. We know every single one of those people. And half of it's fake, half of it's bullshit, and half of it is completely fantasy on their part. So peeling that kind of thing back, that was a really fun ad, Ben.
I enjoyed stringing. It was Alex that really brought it all together for me. But Tucker, the ending with Tucker. I think you guys can relate to this. Sometimes you're cutting something together and you've already got an ending in mind, and you've got this one clip that just suddenly somebody says something in just the right way where you're like, no, this is how it has to end. Because that was last minute when I plugged him in at the end there and had him kind of, because it's what he's thinking, that he does think that everything he's saying is pretty much bullshit. But he knows how to get to his audience. Right. Well, so I'm going to show one of my favorite ads from the year, also because we could not get one of our other editors, Joey, on board today. I want to show my favorite spot from the year, which is Covita.
Don't cry for me, White House staffers. The truth is, I will infect you. All through my tweeting, my mad existence. I broke my promise, won't keep my distance. I always say too much. Never mind the thousands of lies I have told to you. As for wearing masks and acting sane, that is nothing that I will ever do. So don't cry for me, my distance.
The Lincoln Project is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Someday somebody's going to invent a time machine. They're going to go back and they're going to find the moment where Steve Schmidt and I are on the phone the night this happened, singing the lyrics to Evita to one another on the phone until we come up with this insanity. And we flipped it over to Joey, who was one of our other editors, and said, "Hey, put this together. Do you know any opera singers?" He's like, "Oh yeah, no problem."
Yeah, that was Lisa Howard.
It was Lisa, right?
Lisa Howard. She's a Broadway actress. She's awesome.
Broadway actress, yeah, and terrific, and did a great job. What other people don't know is that Michelle is also not just a brilliant director of all of our production operations. She's also a hell of a singer and a American Idol contestant back in the day.
What? How do you know that?
I know, thanks.
I didn't know not that. Like I did
and
not.
And now I know
TV,
that.
So like,
yeah, I didn't know
that. Everyone listening, I just want to be real. Like I made it past like the first or second round. I did not make it on TV or anything like that. So don't go looking for me. But this was, I mean, like 12 years ago in Boston. I sat in the rain at where is it? Foxborough Stadium for like 8 hours. It was horrible.
We've seen all the tapes. It's good.
Rick,
what did you sing?
Send those to me so I can put a video together.
What did you sing, Michelle?
Oh my God, I don't even remember. Over the Rainbow.
Okay.
I don't know, something like that. It was fine.
That was an amateur pick of you. You should have gone with something a little more. I'm not surprised.
A little more edgy.
Okay.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
That was possibly the worst decision I've ever. No. It's American Idol, right?
I think my second choice was like something else. But it's funny, when the Covita thing happened, all my friends were texting me, "Is that you?" And I'm like, "Guys, I'm not even a soprano. You should know this." But that's nice.
Well, it's we did over 300 pieces of video content last year, and the folks on this screen are all responsible for an awful lot of it, and the ongoing stuff as we move forward, and as we do, shows like Lunch with Lincoln and things like LPTV. These are the folks behind the scenes that are responsible for it. Could not do any of this without their amazing work. Jason Daniel Baker on YouTube says that Michelle reminds him of a young Margot Kidder. Take it. Do we have any other questions out there from the world, Emily?
Thanks.
None yet. Okay.
It's going well.
They're just terrified anyway. They're like, these people are. It's like if they ask the question, we answer it, the crazy will spread. They're fearful. But we've got a lot of stuff coming up in the next few weeks. I mean, the piece that Ben pushed through last night. We're not going to say what it is yet, but holy shit, that's going to cause a ruckus. And a lot of the stuff that's coming up in the next few weeks, folks, I assure you, you're going to see some Lincoln Project ads that are going to cause some heads on the right wing Fox world to absolutely flipping explode in ways that I'm hoping to see Tucker actually have the aneurysm on the air. I mean, because I suspect he will not survive that. Because as Ben will know what I mean when I say this, you know what he means when he says X.
Yeah. Yes. I got to say, one of the things I love most about doing this is that, years ago, like you said, like you admitted, you think it's embarrassing to have been on American Idol. Just look at what Rick and I used to do together with the Republicans.
Oh my God.
I haven't had to change my targets that much. I go after Mitch McConnell at times now. And 10 years ago with the Republicans, I also went after Mitch McConnell.
McConnell. Yep.
We're going after a lot of the same people.
It's an easy lift. The phrase rhino cuck shill.
Yeah.
Laura Beveridge asks, how do you come up with the concepts for these ads? Well, folks, we do have very strong creative people in this organization. So Steve Schmidt and Stuart Stevens and Reed Galen and I are talking all the time about strategic approaches to various things we want to work on. And that will generate a lot of great ad ideas. Stuart Stevens is the greatest ad maker of our lifetime. And it's an honor to have him on the team every day because he has this incredibly beautiful vision of how to communicate with the country and this great clarity of what we do. But we also, and I tell these folks all the time, I'm like, I want you to be opportunistic. I want you to be aggressive. I want you to be hungry. I want you to go out and seek things for us to blow up. Because our job is, as we like to say inside the Lincoln Project, going out and kicking the shit out of bad guys. And so the whole team can bubble up ideas from any direction they want. We talk these through. Some happen, some don't. And we feel like we've got a great sort of creative flow in that. Jeanette Hardy says, will there be any ads about Pizza Gates, Matt Gates? Didn't we do a Matt Gates ad already?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
we did a couple. Yeah. We did one with the voicemails. They didn't get to see.
Guys, so here's the thing, America. There's an unreleased ad. There's an unreleased version of a Matt Gates ad that, as Matt's inevitable doom creeps closer, we may have to actually reconsider and release that version because it's nasty.
Yeah.
What was the name of the ad? It was something crazy.
Is it a voicemail?
It's voicemail. It's called voicemail. But the line that I don't believe made it was, "You sick freak."
That's with our
with our top secret sauce who may not be named. Who may not be named.
You've heard whisper before, but that's about it.
Yes. I think it's called voicemail, but there's a director's cut version of voicemail that will someday be released.
Well, we also did one called, you might be thinking of Scum, I think we called it. That was just a little bit around the same time, and then Kate did one I know that blew up like crazy.
Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Oh, he saw Florida Man. It was him at his little rally in the Villages going,
right.
I'm a marked man in Congress and da-da-da, and he says it all the time, and he goes, but every day I'm a Florida man, and then it was just, you're the best, with all
yeah, that was good.
I love that. And he
saw it, and he was like, I actually don't hate this. I was like,
Fun fact, Ryan Wiggins, our communications director for Lincoln Project, and we've known young Matt since he was young Matt, since he was fresh out of college. So he is the most entitled creature you will ever meet in your life. And I don't think he'll prosper in a correctional facility of any kind at all. Okay, so we've got one more question before our 12:30 deadline hits us. Susan Ray asked, will we do any ads aimed at Rubio? Possibly. Our Senate targets are shaping up. Yeah, we've poked at him a little bit.
Names. He was in names.
He was in names. Yeah, among all the people who basically have been siding with Trump the whole time while trying to play a different game in public. We're looking at our Senate targets for 2020 right now. You got to see how some of the primaries shape up a little bit and see how they're competitive. But nobody's ever off the target list. Nobody's ever off the table. Nobody ever gets a free pass from us if they side with the authoritarians and the people that are trying to drag the country down. Well, anyway, folks, thank you for joining us for Lunch with Lincoln. I hope this gave you a little bit of insight into some of the folks who make this such a powerhouse creative group. So thanks to Kate and Jeff and Ben, and of course to Michelle as always. And I will talk to you guys again very soon. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody.
See ya.